What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and slide on this topic, and I want to talk about a couple of things that have been brought to my attention in regards to the Kim Porter situation. For those of you who follow me tight, you know that I've been talking to someone that's close to the Porter family that has been putting me up on game in regards to how the Porter family feel about the passing of Kim. Now, even though I feel as though that I'm getting my information from a reliable source, I still want to protect the integrity of my platform and say that the information that I'm about to convey to you is alleged. So now that I've gotten that out the way, let's go ahead and get into it. So I've been told that Kim's family, along with a couple of Kim's friends, have a problem with the autopsy report. And the reason why that they have a problem with the autopsy report is because the autopsy report concluded that she passed away from pneumonia and that there were no drugs or alcohol found in her system. Now, one of Kim's closest friends is adamant in saying that there's no way in the hell that they didn't find any trace of drugs in Kim's system, because 2 days prior, before Kim traveled to Africa, they hung out and they smoked a lot of grass, and I'm paraphrasing here, okay? And basically she also said that when Kim was in Africa, that Kim was smoking grass in Africa too. So she was only in Africa for a couple of weeks. She was only gone for a couple of weeks between Africa and trying to find a new place to run to get away from LA and to get away from Diddy. So basically, when she passed away, that grass should have been still in her system. So either way you slice it or dice it, it seems as though they lied on the autopsy report. I mean, let's be honest here. Kim didn't need to clean her system out for anything, right? She's financially set. She doesn't have to go to a job that requires her to take a drug test. So why in the hell it wasn't in her system? So in my estimation, right, if all of this is true, it does seem that they lied on the autopsy report. Now, let's just say for the sake of their argument that they didn't want to put it out, that they did find it in her system and they was just trying to save face and keep her in a great light. I would say that that would be BS, because Kim Porter has a couple of photos on her Instagram page of her indulging in smoking trees. And as a matter of fact, here's a photo of Kim Porter getting down and doing what she loves to do. So it's not like she was hiding from the fact that, you know, she liked to indulge in smoking trees. She did it openly and freely. Now, if you ask me how I feel about this situation, I would say I don't think that a standard autopsy was completed. I really don't. I feel like, you know, they looked over a lot of things. I feel like Diddy gave them the blueprint and he put people in place to execute the mission. But anyway, let's move along and talk about the last and final thing in regards to Kim Porter. Now, Kim Porter told a close friend that she felt that Diddy had hired someone to watch her. She felt like the whole house, that mansion that she was living in, was basically wired to listen in on conversations, private conversations that she was having. She felt like Diddy had access to financial records of hers that he shouldn't have had. And she also felt that when it came to the usage of her cell phone, that Diddy had paid somebody to screen all of her calls and text messages, because Kim expressed to her friend that Diddy shouldn't have been privy to certain text messages and certain knowledge that, you know, was only conveyed to, you know, people through text messaging or through private phone calls that she would have on her cell phone. And that's how she felt, or that's how she knew that Diddy was definitely behind having all of her phone calls and text messages screened when it came to the usage of her cell phone. And the one thing that Kim's friend was adamant about is expressing that this all stemmed from when Kim told Diddy that she was taking the girls and she wanted to move from Los Angeles. And that's when all of these things started to occur. And also, Kim had an episode on the freeway one night when she was allegedly almost ran off the road. Now, I remember back in 2020 or 2021, you know, her ex-husband, Al B. Sure, came out and basically a publication stated that Kim Porter had told him, or he felt that Kim was running from something, and he basically told Kim to contact the FBI. Now, I don't know that if the things that I just mentioned in regards to Kim Porter saying that she felt that her text messaging and phone calls were screened, and the fact that she was allegedly ran off the road and things of that nature led up to this phone call that she had with her ex-husband and Al B. Sure. But it's been communicated to me that Kim was super paranoid and she felt the urge to get out of there, and to get out of there fast. Now, let me turn the music off in the background, and I want to say this before I go, and I want to be very clear. There's a certain celebrity, I know that you're watching my videos, and it's a shame that you have all of this information and you have been reluctant to come forth to help one of your best friends out. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, and anything that's coming to you that does you any harm, you deserve it, because you're sitting up there with all of this information and you can break this case wide open. And I started to mention your name, but I don't want to put you in harm's way. But I know that you're watching these videos that I'm doing in regards to Kim Porter, and you're sitting on so much information, so much more information that I have to convey to my audience. And you have been reluctant to come forth and to help break open this case. You're a piece of shit. And to be quite honest, it's going to come a time, especially within a week or two. If you don't come forth, I'm going to expose you. So I'm going to DM you. And if you don't answer me within 2 weeks, I'm going to expose who you are. But anyway, guys, I'm going to let this slide right here. I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this information. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.